3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Hang on. Perfect. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another unboxing video on the Dota 2. Something finally happened. Let's put it this way. It's been a long time since Dota has updated and given us anything, as we're all waiting for the infamous next big boy patch. Looks like they gave us something to coax us over for the time being, and it is a set that is very, I want to say maybe the sets that didn't make it into the collector's cache, and some that were submitted recently, as well as some Halloween-themed ones, as you could probably already see. But let's go from the beginning. We've got our Tribal Tide Hunter, the Brackish Stalker. By the way, this chest is a blue chest, so it's not actually Mythic plus things. So a lot of stuff will still be... Why did I say Mythic? No, I think it is Mythical. Yeah, Mythical. The Brackish Stalker for the Tide Hunter. So this looks like a set that actually didn't end up making it into the collector cache votes, and this looks like one of those ones that they were like, yeah, we'll give them the pity shot. And it's not a bad one, I'd say, but a lot of people, I imagine, are using still the Croca Hunter. Next, this is Shadow Demon's Depraved Malformation. So this is actually a really nice set that I saw in the workshop that I was really excited to see get voted up extremely high. And especially since we're getting near the Halloween season, it's got the nice hood, very good shoulder pads, as well as the overhead neck part, because a lot of people don't actually know about the Shadow Demon sets is that the weird tendril things that we have here are actually a part of the set you do have to submit. So, yeah, a lot of things on that market when it comes to that slight modification. Next we have Slardar's Advantage of the Breach Warden. Now this is a set that I don't really know where it exactly came from, but it's another set that kind of fits Slardar's warrior kind of lineup. A couple of the last sets were really nice. The Dota Plus set that came out for him is equally good as well, so likely we'll be seeing this one be picked up a bit more. But I think the other set from the Dota Plus is a lot better. But overall, it's a really nice set, actually. It still blends in with his color scheme because it's black metal. It's not like some weird metal color that like ruins the whole color scheme of the hero. Next, we have the Chimeric Rampart, which basically turns both Jakiro's ice and fire heads into something crazy, as well as a little extra feature that I did see when I was upvoting the set in the workshop. And it's a extra little draggy boy on the back. It's a little snaky. That's a little snaky dude. That's probably one of my more interesting... Good grief, sensitive mouse. Probably one of the more interesting things about this set. And full armor scale set, really nice. The lava version kind of overtakes the ice head in the mass size, which I feel like, you know, fire versus ice, there's always a real big dominating color scheme between the two. So not too surprised about that. Next, we have Storm Spirits, Origins of the Storm Jin, which is a very mystical, not really mystical actually, it's very, what's the word I'm looking for, Egyptian kind of set. Now, we do have a couple of other sets that are like this already out for Storm Spirit, so unfortunately when this one shows up in the page, it's not exactly the most flamboyant one, I guess. Flamboyant's not the right word either, but it's not exactly the one set you'd see at the top of your head and say, yeah, this is a nice set for Storm Spirit, because there's already two of them like that. Good for the person who created it, but unfortunately, since the concept's already been done, it's not exactly a super nice one. Next, we have Viper's Advance of the Siegebreaker. This gives Viper another very armory look and adds a bit more mass to the end of his wings. And like with the same color scheme, because I don't know if you guys know, well actually I don't think anybody really knows, but the Malefic hood for the Viper headpiece, which is just the one headpiece, the purple one looked kind of bad, but when I put the red one on, the red one worked so nicely with the Viper. So in fact, I can actually just show you what I am talking about. The red one for him looks way better than the purple one does, in my opinion. So The red, I like it a lot, purely for that reason, because the red works out in an amazing way with Viper. Not as colorfully red as the headpiece, but overall, it does work with him really well. Next is one that I voted up because it gives Faceless Void a technical face, if you could see it right here, the Misgivings of the Emerald Age. Now, I know that it having a face is a big difference for a lot of people, but I voted it up because the headpiece is extremely unique and kind of looks like it gives him hair, which you can see here from the lower end part of the helmet, as well as the upper part end of the helmet, technically. Next, it gives them a really nice armor scheme that works with the basic line colors that a lot of people usually stick with when they make this. But the big thing I want to point out is that the two different colors of the sort of steel look that we're going for here we have like a more rusty steel on the upper leg parts, and the lower leg parts being a more shinier steel. It works out really well. So a white steel and a crimson steel, in a sense, that work out extremely well with a color charismatic figure. That's the rest, or that's the end of the normal ones. So first rare, and actually there's only 2 rares in this chest. This Clinks' Province of the Hunt Eternal. Now this is a set that I saw in the workshop for a Halloween submission if Dire Tide were to ever come. Dire Tide did not come, and this is, I think, the closest thing we'll have for Dire Tide this year. But overall, this gives Clinks more skin, in the sense. Not really skin, but it gives them a lot more covered parts with all these armor pieces, and it's a really nice helmet overall. I think it's everything so far is just all loading screens, so there's nothing super crazy about all of these sets. Last but certainly not least is Dark Willow's Saccharine Saboteur, and as you could clearly see, this is the Halloween set that Valve has started to open their wings a little bit and shed some light on set making, and this is one of those things where we can kind of see where Valve is going with when it comes to making these sets. They're a little bit more open in comparison to how we were in the past, where if you made a set that didn't look anything like what somebody wanted, it wouldn't be passable. In comparison now, that is not the case anymore. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have 7 chests for the standard opening, and then we'll open 7 more at a slightly quicker speed in the secondary portion. So I don't want to go with when all the rares are gone because there's only 2 rares. I'm not happy about the fact that it's a rare and then a very rare. I feel like they could have just done double normal rares because it's an all rare only chest. There's no like crazy effects that come from the set, but I say that there's a puck set that was kind of like the same way in another chest that that didn't really suit because it was a nice it was the Christmas one from last year. The puck had a nice sort of had some nice wings that worked out really nice with her set and overall, but it didn't change any effects or anything. It didn't even change any spell icons, so it was kind of just there, and it didn't really give off that much of a dominating performance. I'm not gonna lie, I heard like a split second in my ear where I thought I got the normal rare. Well, that's that. So the first 7 have been opened and we've gotten no rares, which is very standard for a chest with only 7 total sets in it. But maybe we'll get lucky and at least get the Clinks. But now we're going to do it when both rares disappear. Of course, the set came out immediately today, and from this recording point, I believe about 15 minutes ago. But yeah, overall, we should be able to get the icon down for the upload and everything like that. Well, it looks like our luck is dwindling. Yes, that is the case, as we're down to 4 total sets. Of course, I could probably buy sets on my own private time because I do have a lot of the Immortals left over from the oh, here we go. So we do have 1 rare. It will be the Clinks rare, which I'm definitely okay with having because my Clinks isn't really the most cool looking one right now. I have the Mongol kind of Clinks going. So we have 3 more left, but like I was saying, I've got a lot of Immortals left over from when we were opening Immortals for the what's it called, for the International this year. So at any point in time, if I really wanted to go for Dark Willow, I could just sell all my old some of these old Immortals and end up switching around for some current sets. But as you can see here, we're only getting the normal rare here. So 14 boxes, so maybe my unboxing luck has starting to dwindle quite a bit, and dwindle it may do. But we could end up redeeming a couple sets here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And have one chance of getting one more. So I think what we'll do is that we'll go along the set line and talk about certain ones that that definitely aren't going to be part of the big open and keep an extra one. The Tidehunter ones are definitely going, and the Viper ones were definitely going. The Storm Spirit one, as I pointed out earlier, has a much better looking version of it out there, so we don't really need to worry about that. So now we're down to Faceless Void, Jakiro, and Shadow Demon. Well, I think I'm gonna let the Jakiro one go, and probably the Shadow Demon, and then we will get one more chance to end up getting the Dark Willow, and one more chance to get any other random set here. We're gonna well, there goes Dark Willow, so we're just gonna go ahead and skip it then. With that being said then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed this. Party PD signing off. I'll see you next time for some more Dota 2 action. Hey boys and girls, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to stick around. We'll have more stuff like this in the future. And for those of you who might have been watching, if this is a Dota video, then yeah, we'll have a lot more Dota in the future. But thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time for some more video gaming action. It's Party PD, signing off.